Honor and privilege today to honor a man who gave a lifetime to scouting. In the 15 years that I've been advancement chairman with Old 97, we've had 37 Eagles come up through the ranks. In all that time, one name has lived large in the hearts and minds of these boys, the name of Ed Cook. Ed was the man that had to sign off that the boys' project was reasonable. It was Ed's call as to whether the project exemplified the principles of scouting and demonstrated the leadership that was desired in this fledgling Eagle candidate. It was Ed's signature that approved the project as complete, and Ed's signature that passed the boy on his board of review. If you will, it was Ed Cook's stamp of approval that signified that this young boy had indeed become a man. I only knew Ed through my association with him as advancement chairman, and I have spent only about 80 hours with him in these 15 years, about 2 weeks of work. Yet in that short snippet of time, I was able to catch a brief glimpse of a diamond through a peephole. Many boys see their 18th birthday looming large on the horizon before they become motivated to complete the work required to reach this goal of Eagle Scout. Several we will honor today celebrated their 18th birthday shortly after their board of review. So it was not uncommon after a rush trip down to the council office for me to call Ed on the phone with hat in hand to ask whether he could schedule a board of review on short notice, sometimes as short as a day or two. But every time I did, he would simply ask in that slow southern drawl, "Well, when is the boy available?" Implying that Ed would always be available. And he was. You see, Ed's commitment was to the boy, and it was his strong desire to give him every opportunity to become a man. Ed cared about these young men. He cared what became of them and what they represented as products of the scouting program. And so Ed gave his time willingly. When I heard the news about his passing, I had to sit down. Ed was not young physically, but he was young at heart. So, with many emotions spilling out, I sat down that afternoon and wrote my glimpse of this diamond in a song that I'd like to share with you. Got a call today. A great man had passed away. He was ancient and scarred, except for his heart. It was young, and they called him the Eagle Man. Every eagle knew his name. They would all come to rest, and some built their nests on his arms. Like a mighty white oak tree in the forest of this life, giving his time so each one could find his wings and take flight. And the greatest joy he found was to watch those eagles fly. No wonder this one had a heart that was young, for for he flew with the eagles as they took to the sky. What a hole we leave in this life when we move on to the next, and those left behind need God's help to find the strength to go on. We must pick up the torch. We must carry on his work so that each one may find his wings and take flight and be free like a mighty white oak tree in the forest of this life, giving his time so each one could find his wings and take flight. And the greatest joy he found was to watch those eagles fly. No wonder this one had a heart that was young, for he flew with the eagles as they took to the sky. As he flew with the eagles, as they took to the sky.